People achieving their dreams of maybe becoming famous have not yet told the world their stories of how it has not been an easy ride. But many have climbed the ladder to ride challenges and broke stone walls as steps to achieve their dreams. Here are the stories of community leaders, models, actors, singers, and other entertainment talents and their journey of becoming famous. This is Beeline to Passports.
Welcome to another Beeline to Passport. This is your host, Joe Batista, and tonight we have Mr. Eddie Irizarry. Eddie is an actor, also he's a host, and he do many other things as well. And he's, he has a great story to tell. Eddie, good evening. Welcome to Beeline to Passport.
Good evening, Joe. Thank you for that introduction. I'm flattered.
All
Thank you
right,
for having me.
Eddie, we met many years ago.
Yes, very many years ago.
Tell me how everything started.
Uh, my mom took me to the church that we met at, and that's the church I grew up in. And they one day there was still a little kid. They started doing plays there. And that actually was very interesting because I used to wonder around that little kid age. I used to wonder, I used to think, what do I like doing? See, I didn't really like to play basketball. The kids had dreams of being in the NBA. I mean, I like listening to music a lot, but at that time, I still really wasn't into doing it. And I couldn't sing. So one day they casted me in this play. And it was just something where I loved doing it. And ever since then, I've just been trying to learn and grow. There's been a couple gaps along the way, just because of life. But ultimately, we're still here, we're still grinding, and we're still pushing for what it is that we love.
Perfect. Basically, your story started in a church.
Yes. Yeah.
Eddie, how many movies have you been participating since that point?
Yikes. Oh, man. I don't want to say I lost count because it's not that many. But now probably maybe about 6 or 7, I want to say. Yeah.
But also you do plays.
I did a lot of theater. A lot of theater.
That's it. That's the other point. Yeah,
Yeah.
definitely. I see in your resume how many plays have you participated in, since high school.
Yeah, since I was a little kid, high school, a couple after high school, for organizations, churches, and yeah, it's a passion. I like doing it. I love it from the bottom of my heart. Theater kid for life.
And but you have, beside the high school, did you have further education? Did you went to, any school to learn, acting?
A lot of the background film stuff I learned by being on set. As far as acting goes, I did indeed go to acting school. I went to Truthful Acting Studios, great acting school in Orlando. Learned a lot there, and that helped actually. It's one of those things where you just don't stop learning. I mean, I found out one day that some of the best singers take singing classes, and I think Denzel Washington, he still takes acting classes. So it's just one of those things where it's you're supposed to constantly be training and getting better because there's never, I want to say there's never that ending, that tipping point. It's just, it just keeps going. You keep elevating your vibes higher.
It's like life. Every single day you learn something. Every single time you start getting more and more information. You process that information and you do your best.
Mm-hmm.
You decide if you're going to use it for good or for bad.
Correct. Just like that.
That's great. That's great. And having, studying so early, what your family said, they were, helping you to achieve this goal, this dream, or, there was again, and you were like, okay, I need to do it on my own.
I mean, funny story. Just the whole thing is that when I was I would have been, like I said, there's lots of gaps along the way. I would have done a lot more. Um, Basically, as I was growing up, 100%, everyone was with me, everyone was for me, everyone loved it. But then, unfortunately, like, after high school, life happens, things get harder. It's not like, there's a play to do and then you want to audition, you gotta go. It's harder. You actually gotta go find it and look for it. And, what I always say is that during a lot of those years, like my early adult years, those are really hard. And I want to say that lack of guidance kind of made everything a lot slower than it should have been. But regardless, we still kept it pushing, we still kept going, and we pushed through. And now, I'm here to like if I happen to meet someone who just happens to be where I was at all those years ago, not sure what to do, what has plans for similar career, not sure what to do, not sure where to go. I'm grateful now I have the knowledge and I can pass that on, instead of just brushing them off.
Awesome, awesome. Yes, and Eddie, I said earlier, we met many years ago, and in the premiere this year, we saw each other and we started talking, and he started working with us. He started since that point. He started working with us. He's part of the Silera family. He is one of our talents. And everybody, they looking for a great actor. This guy is great. It's not because he's part of Silera. It's great. I love when he do the villain.
Oh,
The bad guy on the shows. In hey, you need to looking for somebody like that for your next movie. Just contact us because this guy is looking to be there, be in any on the next movie.
100%. As long as you yourselves, as far as like, the other side, like the casting and you guys are professional and respectful, I will 100%, be willing to work with you and lend my talent, lend my knowledge. And just as far as my commitment goes, it's there. You don't got to worry about that. My commitment is there. So.
And the best part is, listen to this. ¿Tú hablas español?
Sí, hablo español, clarito.
Para que ustedes vean, también hablamos español aquí en Silera porque es parte de la comunidad. Everybody is thinking, hey, these guys are speaking another language. Yes, we're speaking Spanish. And this is part of what we're looking. We're looking to let the community know who is the talents and what is their story and what they're looking to do in the near future, what is their plans, and not only that, what they want to become. That is something that we're going to talk very soon here in the show. Eddie, also, during that time when you started in the theater, doing also the skits in church.
Oh yeah.
I was participating. Yeah. I participated also. I was doing the lights, and sometimes they call me to do the police officer because somebody called out, and hey, I was the police officer.
Oh, yeah, I didn't know that happened, guys. You were talking about the more you learn something new every day. I had no idea that happened.
Yeah, I was running, doing the lights, and they told me, hey, the guy they do the police officer call out, like change your shirt, go just in the back door and come like you were a police officer. Like, okay, let's do it. Let's do it.
That's cool.
Hey, that's part. Sometimes we need to be like a chameleon and transform whatever is the need and whatever is the situation. We need to adapt. Is basically what I mean with that. During that time, I remember seeing you doing also poetry.
Oh, that was the poetry was a few years ago. That wasn't during like when I was a little kid or anything. That was about, I want to say maybe 2014 to like a couple years after that. Yeah, that did happen. Very, like I said, that was like the beginning of my adult years. Those were tough, and that was actually during the years where I couldn't find any work whatsoever in this industry as far as film, acting, theater. So I don't know if y'all know, but when you're an artist, you crave being creative. I really wanted to be creative. So one day this was actually slowly when I started learning a lot more about film. We had an event, and I just felt like inspired because I used to always write, but I never really performed like that. But during that time, I was like, now that I'm growing, things are getting more clear now, or at least I thought they were. I kind of want to start writing and performing. So yeah, I just started writing and performing, just like I said. And someone I knew told me, I ran into them. They told me about an open mic event, and I started going to those open mic events and performing there. And that's what it was. It was like I said, those days may have been hard, but at least I had those events to go to at night to be able to just calm down, wind down, relax. Speak to the people, and be creative.
You see, again, you need to be creative. You need to be like a chameleon, doing anything that you need to do to change, to transform, and not only that, to make it happen. All right, guys, we will be right back with more of Eddie Irizarry here in Beeline to Passports. Stay tuned on GKI Radio. Welcome back to Beeline to Passport. This is your host, Joe Batista. And tonight we have Eddie Irizarry. Eddie Irizarry, he's an actor, host, poet. What else, man? What else?
I run this. I help. I have a business partner. We run a video game news page called The Gamers Next Door. So you can add journalists to the list, and we do like to interview business owners when it comes to that industry. If you own, we have some interviews already with lined up and done already with video game like lounge owners, people who own esports arenas, so people who run their own game tournaments. So you can feel free to contact me and we'll talk. So
you see, from another chameleon
yes.
part, you do everything that you need to do to change, to transform, to make it happen. But not only that, to sustain your family. That's some stuff that we need to do, and very often we do that. In the acting career, what you're doing right now? What is your most recent ad or movie that we're gonna see, Eddie?
Well, as far as the acting goes at the moment, things have been kind of slow because of the pandemic, and not only that, but you got to remember this area, the state that we live in. Not a lot goes down here, down south, unfortunately. But we just, no matter what, we keep going. So I have been working on set a lot. So right now we are about to be starting a series, which I will be working on set for as far as the production, being a production assistant and working with some of the people where we ran into each other at the premiere, basically working with those people on another project, working on set. And then as soon as the opportunity arises to audition for something, 100%, I will be there. I will audition. If you need a video recording of me, I'm gonna do it. Like I said, commitment is where it goes. And I like running around as the crew as well, just because I learn a lot about the industry as far as like the camera work goes, the the cinematography, what there's just a lot of audio that needs to be done and all that. So yeah, it's just ultimately I'm just trying to be able to make a career of being of this industry. I want to make a career out of this industry, and it will happen somehow, some way. So
Awesome. And Eddie, during right now, you said and you started doing this production assistant because you being in movie sets and you have education with acting studio and all this. What you looking to do, like your personal, you looking to produce something yourself, in the future?
I mean, as far as like script writing, that's something I've only done a couple times for like short films. As far as something big and huge, that's not in the plans right now. I'd rather just either work together with someone and be working on it instead of like being like the only one creating. It's just some people are made for that. I might not be made for that today, but maybe tomorrow I'll change my mind. You never know. But like I like to show my talent as far as switching between characters goes. And and you don't gotta worry about me memorizing lines either. I'm committed to that as well. Yeah, I will memorize those lines and do what I have to do.
Yeah, the other day I sent you some scripts for
the intro or
exactly, and before that we have for some movies for the Orlando International Film
festival. Yeah.
Festival, and basically I sent him this the day before, and he sent me the video like, okay, done.
Yeah.
The day after, real quick. That means that you're committed with your career. Not only that, then you looking to move forward in your career, and that is a lot of companies they're looking for that. A lot of organizations they're looking for somebody. Then okay, we want to hire this guy to be a production assistant. But not only that, let's give it the opportunity to be in front of the camera. If that guy is committed to do this, he will do it.
Absolutely.
Most definitely. And planning, doing something in Spanish.
I mean, I have done a couple plays where I had Spanish lines before. I think you were there for a few of those. But I mean, I don't necessarily plan to do it, but if the opportunity arises, I'm 100% down for it. Actually, and I think about it, yeah, there was one of the movies I worked on. The movie's done. It's just going through the process of getting it out to companies. And something that was really cool was I needed to audition for. They were looking for someone who's bilingual, and me, thankful to my parents, they made sure I was bilingual growing up, so that helped me get that part. And yeah, I was extremely grateful for that. So.
¿Qué hiciste? ¿A los puertorriqueños? ¿Era acento puertorriqueño? ¿O qué fue?
No necesariamente fue un acento, no, solamente que quería hablar español, uno que habla español. Yeah, so.
Okay. ¿Y qué? Funny, the mad guy that I love.
Creepy.
Okay. You see? This guy can do anything. He can do funny. He can do the bad guy. He can be the killer. He can be the killer. And not only that, he can do many.
I can be loving and nice too.
There you go.
We haven't mentioned that.
Another teddy bear in any movie. Hey, this is the guy. Definitely. All right. And Eddie, you live in the Central Florida area, correct?
Correct.
Okay. But if they have some opportunities, going to another state, another country, you're willing to do that as well?
Absolutely, 100%. If the opportunity is right for me, then yeah, I'll do what it takes. If I got to travel, by all means, I'll do it. It's work is work. You got to do what you got to do to support yourself and your family. So
perfect. You see, this guy is open to anything. and basically is looking for that opportunity every single day. Another thing, Eddie, when you did some auditions, I know you guys you participate in that movie and that premiere. I saw the movie later.
It's called Melt on This.
Melt on This.
Mhm.
But basically, you were a part of the crew, but they told you, hey, now you need to participate.
Yeah, I was no, I was actually I auditioned. I got a part for because that movie like it kind of like happened. So it started the first time, then it shut down. The pandemic started to shut down, and then we had to just within a month we had to start it over again completely. So what happened was I auditioned and got the part. The part wasn't that big at all. They didn't need me on set very often. Then like within a week or 2 weeks of shooting, I noticed they put out like a letter on all the acting groups and pages saying that they needed crew. And one of those, said production assistant, audio, people to run lighting, things like that. So I was like, so I texted one of the producers and I was like, hey, I'm willing to do it. And they thought it was like the coolest idea ever. They had only met me like twice at that point, but they thought it was cool, because I was just like, it's like, I get it, my part's not that big, but I want to learn. I want to be on set, I want to take in as much knowledge as I can. So yeah, actually, I was acting first, and then I'm gonna say volunteered to be a part of the crew. That's what it was. So
Basically the opposite.
Yep.
You were part of the movie, but hey, they were short of somebody to handle the camera, the boom, and Eddie was there. Eddie was there just to assist in basically make that movie successful. Then perhaps I heard that they're looking to do the sequel.
the sequel,
The
yeah,
sequel.
coming
The
soon.
sequel.
Coming soon. The sequel, it's still like in the early planning phase and everything. As far as I know, the producer knows a lot more, like and the producer and the writer. But yeah, all I can say is that it's in the early planning phase right now. But we are definitely hoping we are able to make a sequel for that movie.
Awesome, awesome. They have opportunities everywhere, and not only that, they will help you to continue with your career. And not only that, we are here with the organization also pushing on your career to make that happen. Most definitely. All right, guys, we're going to a short commercial break, but remember to drop a comment or question if you would like to hear them answer on this show. The number is 407-476-9059. Remember to say my name, Joe Batista, followed by your name, your question or comment, and you cool also hear in Beeline to Passport on GKI Radio. We are back here in Beeline to Passport. My name is Joe Batista, and you listen GKI Radio. Our guest tonight, Eddie Irizarry. Eddie, tell us your plans. What you're looking to do with your career from this point on. What you're looking to do.
I'm looking to grow ultimately, just gain knowledge, meet the right people. That's another thing, guys. 100%. If you're going to be in this industry, you have to be willing to network. I repeat, be willing to network. Don't be shy. Meet other people. I mean, if you're shy, try not to be shy for 5 minutes while you go and meet someone in the industry. That's all I'm saying. If you're at a premiere, at a festival, talk to other people. You never know what type of work you'll find, what type of connections you'll make. And aside from that, I'll just keep growing and keep flourishing and keep getting better. It doesn't stop.
And not only that, we're talking about movies, we're talking about other areas, but people, they have many other events that you don't know that you can, go around, make connections. They have, events with the chambers of commerce. You don't know who is there. There can be a TV producer. There can be somebody that is a general manager for a TV or radio station. Events like modeling. You don't know on the models. We have models in Silera, and I met many people there. And you say, why this guy is here? This guy were there because he was looking the next person to become the weather girl.
Okay.
He was there to looking for the next model for be a guest or a host for a show or participate on shows. You never know. And sometimes, they have many stories of people that go, for example, they are on a train and they met this person, and months later, that person was the guy or the girl that helped you in your career.
Absolutely.
I have a great thing, a friend of mine from South Florida. Uh, her daughter, agent, is she is or she was the agent for Bella Thorne. And how they discover Bella Thorne? Basically, in a bakery. The person went to a bakery and they went there to get some coffee. Saw the girl, like the girl, hey, let's start working with you. Basically, giving the opportunity, teach the person, and then who's Bella Thorne today's day? From there to Disney, and Disney, her career, as a musician and actress, and you see, she have a couple dollars in her pocket right now.
And I did want to say something about that. That most definitely 100% can happen. I've seen stories of people who are just walking down the street, did not want to be an actor ever, never thought of it. And someone said, hey, you're perfect for this part. Can you come audition? And then they get the part. And bam, it's almost like they made it. When you guys hear stories like that, don't ever let something like that bring you down. Don't for one thing, don't think it can't happen to you. And another thing, don't make it make you think like, oh wow, I guess this isn't for me since that's not happening to me. Regardless, just keep working, keep going at it. Just keep committing to your plan and trust the process. And also do also kind of be careful. And where when if you happen to meet someone like you were saying, like on a train or something, be careful when giving out personal info or anything like that. Girls, please be careful. I'm just saying that's just be weird. Have kind of like a third eye to all of that. Be safe.
And also, yeah, that is what he said is because he's also a licensed security
I am
guard.
a security guard, guys.
And he do that, And hey, using that, you learn a lot. You learn how to read the people, and you don't know, the area, and being in this kind of world, entertainment world, stuff happens. You always need to be aware of anything and the people around. That is part, This is another security guard talking.
Okay.
But anyway, continue here with Eddie Sarri. Eddie, right now, in with this pandemic, they have a lot of changes. in the different industries, including in the entertainment industry. What you looking to do with your career changing what's happening right now? What this mean is as an actor, you looking to help on pushing uh, that the people can be safe, and not only that, because going to different places right now, they have all these dilemma using the mask, don't use the mask, the 6 feet, these people is too close, getting also these arguments in the airline, at the stores, theme parks.
Yeah. Well, obviously, we just always have to follow the rules and the protocols, no matter what. It's if this is a dream, it's a career. Ultimately, it's also a job. And just like any job, you got to follow the rules. And as long as the higher ups are not getting abusive or aggressive in any way, it really isn't that. It really, I myself just don't see it as that big a deal. It's like, oh, okay, so since I think there was like this rule where if it's a certain amount of people in the room, depending on the size of the room, you would have to put your mask on. Okay, that's fine. I'll follow that rule. Not a problem. It's not a big deal. Just try not to be so anti about it. I feel like being anti can cause you to cut a lot of ties, burn bridges, and lose opportunities. So honestly, I just say be accepting of it, especially if it's not really anything that bad or serious, like wearing a mask for however long. You're gonna take the mask off eventually. So,
Yeah, and they have countries then, for pollution, they need to do it. Talking about China, but also in Mexico. Mexico, the pollution in Mexico City, the pollution is so high that they have this rule. Then they need to have the card with the tag with the odd numbers. These days are the only days that they can be on the road. The ones with the even number, this is the day that they can go on the road, because the pollution, is cities and is mega cities that unfortunately happen. And in China, we know what happened. For years, these people have been using masks, and the reason is that because the pollution is so bad there. And right now, hey, you need to think about the opposite way. We're helping the environment. Correct. Because when we were out, everybody was in the houses, working from home or unfortunately unemployed. There was a lot of changes.
oh yeah.
A lot of changes, and you can, you walk outside just to breathe, and you feel completely different, because during that period of time, there was a lot of changes also in Mother Nature.
That was crazy. I think like the water was clearer in ponds and lakes. Not a lot of pollution in the sky. The sky was clear. And it was nice while it lasted. I can't lie.
Including with the sound, you don't hear. You live close to the airport. You don't hear the airlines. The airplanes every 5 minutes going over.
Oh man, the traffic was amazing. Like I was like, this is probably how I felt when. Oh, actually, am I allowed to like mention, like talk about other movies?
That's good.
Okay, cool. Yeah, when Thanos did the snap and he wiped out half of half of the human race, it was like that's kind of what it felt like as far as the traffic goes. Because I don't know if you know the Florida. I don't even think it's probably it shouldn't even be the traffic, but it's also the drivers in Florida. They can be a little wild. So being able to experience smooth sailing, pretty essentially, that's what it felt like, smooth sailing for just a couple weeks. That was nice. That was a nice little treat.
Definitely. Driving during that period of time, that you don't see a lot of the trucks or the school buses. You don't have the school buses, and every single minute you need to stop,
Yeah.
because they were picking the kids. They were like, oh, there was smooth. Instead taking half hour to go to work, now you're doing it in 12 minutes.
Please stop for buses.
Yes.
Bus has a stop sign, guys.
Yes,
Driving.
that's the law. That's the law. You're getting a ticket from that. Unfortunately, you don't want to have a ticket for, running a stop sign from the school bus because that's hefty.
Yeah, and the kids' safety is priority.
That's right. That's right. And talking about that, they have, in these last couple of days, they have all these situation between the government, and not only that, with the school districts deciding, hey, we're going to allow the kids using the mask, they're using the mask, parents being, in the middle, but it's safety for everybody.
Yeah. I see headlines as I scroll through social media about all that. I'm just like, there's a group of people that will be taking care of this. I'm not part of that group of people that's going to take care of that, so they'll deal with that.
Yeah.
So I'll take care of what's around me. So.
That's right, Eddie. And talking about your career and also other stuff that you do. Tell me a little bit more about the games, the gaming.
The gamers next door. Well. We are. You can find us on Facebook and YouTube. The Gamers Next Door, spelled just how it's said. And like I said, it's it's more journalism. We do. My business partner, he's really big on the streaming and let's plays and all that. Me, I've always been more of a fan of like being a historian and talking about it. Podcasting just like we're doing now, interviewing. So I am very honored and blessed to be in that position to be able to be part of that organization and be willing to meet other people that are in the industry, in the gaming industry as well. That run like video game lounges, because I'm always willing to go and interview them and learn more about their love and their passion for gaming and what they do. So, and I'm always 100% willing to talk about this beloved topic of video games. So don't be scared to ask me.
All right. Thank you for being with us, learning about Eddie Irizarry and his story. We'll be right back with more of Beeline to Passports on GKI Radio. Welcome back to Beeline to Passport here in GKI Radio. My name is Joe Batista. I'm your host, and tonight we have Eddie Irizarry, actor, host, security guard, name it, poet.
Well, as far as the poetry goes, that's a little bit. Yeah, it's a little bit in the past because I just wanted to focus more on acting and film. But journalist, you could say, with the Gamers Next Door. So
yeah, that is again another industry that the people don't see the journalists because when you go, you're taking these acting courses, you learn a lot, but you can use this to perform as a journal. A great friend of mine, she started as the weather girl in an organization, beautiful girl, but they decide to send her to take courses, and to this day, she's an anchor girl for a big TV station.
Yeah.
And basically, their journalist part in the acting goes hand to hand. You're in front of the camera, and sometimes you when you're doing, for example, talking about somebody that passed away, You need to know how to act in front of that camera.
Yeah, you can't be all happy talking about that.
Correct.
You got to be compassionate.
Correct. And not only that, you need to be also doing, beside doing this part, you might have some issues in your personal life. And talking about somebody pass away, you need to know and learn how to control yourself. Then you don't react over that situation. That's some skills that you learn during these courses as well. Eddie, we talk about different your career. We talk about your talking about the mask, and very important. COVID-19, now COVID 2021, and
Whatever.
we continue and we continue. But let's talk about where you born.
I was born in Puerto Rico, Rio Piedra, Puerto Rico. In the
And
hospital over there.
in Puerto Rico, tell me if you have any thoughts about situation in the island. What you looking, what you feel that it can be done, and not only that. Beside that, we're gonna talk about movies and career for actors in the island.
Enlighten me. What's going on? What's the situation over there right now?
Right now, the situation is, economically, they
Oh,
have a lot of situations, a lot of money that they have been uh, in jeopardy. Let's use
yeah.
that word. Unfortunately, no the best people handling the budget for the island, but that also affecting the community. I know your parents moved back to the island, and right now they're dealing with this situation every single day.
Yeah, I mean, it's just like it's just one of those things where you gotta just keep working hard and getting yours regardless. Like how they say, uno se la busca. Yes, like this, uno se la busca. So, well, I mean, I've heard about stuff like that for years, where the minimum wage in Puerto Rico was really low. Jobs don't really pay that much. The only way you can really like actually get something, uh, I want to say start something big, or maybe build a good savings account, as if he was to start like a business over there, or get in some type of medical field, like or a medical field where there's barely any doctors of that kind over there on that island, or in recent years, become a really popular reggaeton artist. So
Yeah,
it's all we, it's
everybody want to be a reggaeton singer.
and I'm just like, y'all could do that. But much respect to those who are grinding, and getting it regardless over there. I love that island, from the bottom of my heart. So that's where I was born, and just always open for the best over there. Just all my people in Puerto Rico, keep grinding, keep going, 'cause better days are ahead.
Definitely. And the opportunities in the island for acting. Have you received any opportunity going back to your the place that you born to be an actor or doing something over there, TV or anything?
I mean, those doors, unfortunately, those kind of doors on that island just have absolutely 100% not opened for me. Like, I've seen like a lot of the projects that happen over there, but when I talk to people who live on that island, a lot of those people have never ran into any of them or seen any casting calls for. I have people who I met like in acting school that came from Puerto Rico and were there recently, and they told me that there's really not a lot of opportunity like that over there. So I don't know if they're just people, they start their own group and then they just keep it close to themselves. So, which is, at that point, if you really want to stay over there and do that, then you do the same thing. You start your own group, start your business, and you keep grinding and pushing and promoting.
Yes, I seen it. I seen it. I seen it. I was a producer in Puerto Rico, and it was something like that. And unfortunately, that happened, and that is one of the hardest place to get to break in. If you need to have a name just to basically that they can open the door for you. But internally, it's a lot of fight that you need to do just to get in the group and then move to let's see to the big screen or to the TV
Okay.
at any time. At any time, I seen it before. All right. Um, Now we talk about careers and we talk about the island. We talk about all that. But tell me more about Eddie. Eddie, the person. How many kids you have. Hey, you're looking to to be married pretty soon. And you never know. People listening, and they maybe they like that voice. And remember, this going also on a video. They see in your face, and also they said what we said that you're looking to have any part also as the teddy bear.
Yeah, I have no kids to answer your question. No, no kids. Uh, if you're just happen to be listening or watching, and you're interested in me on the business side of things, 100% reach out. We'll work together. As far as just like you were saying, you never know who's watching. Someone wants you to be their teddy bear and all this and that. I mean, I I'm not like I don't if this is what's making uh basically if the business side of things is what's making you interested in getting to know me on a personal level, I'd say just don't even bother reaching out because this is business. Now, if you just happen to just meet me in an event somewhere or something like that, and you want to get to know me there, I'm just saying, just be real and be 100% because there's a lot of fakeness out there. There's a lot of snakes out there. So it's just, like I said, just be careful, be wary of your surroundings. I guess it's just a security guard in me, reading the people right and whatnot. But hey, I'm friendly. I'll be your friend. Sure. Why not? Anybody wants to reach out. Anybody needs a friend. Uh, just don't be conniving. Be cool. Let's work together. Let's grind together.
And what are your social media?
All right. You can find me on Instagram at Eddie EDDY, then the period Irizarry IRIZARRY. Just like that. Same thing on Facebook without the period. And yeah, as far as social media goes, that's where it goes. If you're interested on the gaming side of things, it's the gamers next door, YouTube and Facebook, just like that.
Perfect. And also you can contact us here at Silera and visit our website, sileramediagroup.com, and they have Eddie's information right there in search of the talent, and you can get some information about Eddie and also contact us, and we can have Eddie in your next movie, in your next play. Just let us know, and we can start working with you. And we're gonna have Eddie and have or give him that opportunity to continue grow with his career. Um, any of the last thoughts? Something that you want to communicate to our audience regarding your career, next things, becoming a politician. You never know.
Nah, no politics, no politics. Excuse me, but I'm just saying, be on the lookout. We're gonna keep grinding. We're gonna keep going. We're gonna keep pushing and working hard for this dream. So, I hope anybody hearing or watching can also kind of feel inspired to feel the same way about whatever it is they love. Just go for it and forget the haters. You tune them out. Keep the ones who love you and are close. I'm sorry, keep the ones who love you and want to see you achieve and are helping you do that. Keep those people close. And, tune out the haters. Keep going, guys. Thank you. This is Eddie.
And just to finalize our show today, every single week we're gonna have people like Eddie. Then they have a story to tell, something that might happen right now to you, something that you say, "Hey, I'm related to what he mentioned," because opportunities are there, but unfortunately, uh, it has not given to me. Just start somewhere. That will be my best guess. Um, Start somewhere, but Eddie says something very important: educate yourself. And every single day, you need to learn and apply, learn and apply. And he mentioned Denzel Washington. He didn't stop learning. Any of these actors, actresses, they always taking something to be better, something to be the best or the next best. And you never know when you're gonna have opportunities because we mentioned before, they can be on a bakery, they can be walking around, driving around. You did something good, and that opportunity they can be there for you. And the most important is to commit to your career, learn, apply, and you can be the next guest here in Beeline to Passport, most definitely.
Mm-hmm. There you go.
All right. Well, people, stay tuned with more of the guests that we're going to have here on Beeline to Passport. Every single week, we're going to have guests. Then they will share the story and they might inspire you to continue with your dreams. And thank you for being with us in another Beeline to Passport. And remember, be a leader, rock the world, inspire others with your emotions in control. Have a good night.
Thank you.
Ladders are built to be climbed and dreams are meant to be realized because the sky's the limit. Stay tuned for the next episode of Beeline to Passports, where you will listen to more stories of community leaders, models, actors, singers, and other entertainment talents and their journey to success. Beeline to Passports is a Silera's production and property of Silera Media Group Inc. for GKI Radio.